President Trump is directing federal immigration enforcement to pause raids on farms, hotels, and restaurants. Now, this comes after recent ICE operations like this one at an agricultural field in Oxnard, California. Now, despite the pause, scenes like this have left migrants shaken. Let's bring in CBS News correspondent Adam Yamaguchi, who's live in downtown Los Angeles. Adam, you recently spoke to migrant farm workers. What do they have to say?
Yeah, good evening, Elizabeth. Yeah, so we spoke to a number of farm workers who are terrified. Many of them are afraid to go to work. In fact, we spoke to one undocumented farm worker who stopped going to work after those initial farm raids that happened on Tuesday of last week. But for the many others who really have no choice but to continue to go to work on the farm, say that they are constantly kind of looking over their shoulders. They're aware that ICE has been targeting them, and they try to work as quickly as possible. A lot of these migrant workers on the strawberry fields, they're paid by the pound. So they go to work, they try to accumulate as many strawberries as they can, as quickly as they possibly can, and try to go home as soon as they can. And we also spoke with a number of people who said that this may be prolonged. They just don't know when they're going to come out of it. We spoke to one farmer here who wanted to let Americans know that they just want to work and they just want to help feed America. Take a listen.
Now they're chasing us like we are animals. I see my colleagues in videos being chased. We're not criminals. We just came to give our children a better future. I would say they should chase the real criminals and leave us alone to work in peace.
Now, one of the concerns as ICE de-emphasizes hotels, restaurants, and farms is that places like this is a shopping district in downtown Los Angeles, which is usually packed with shoppers, largely from immigrant backgrounds. It's gone empty over the last 10 or so days, but the worry amongst shopkeepers is that this new directive to de-emphasize those sites that we talked about earlier and focus on, let's say, civic life, any gatherings where immigrants may assemble, become a greater target. And people are concerned that the prolonged absence of customers may really hurt them.
Yeah, it definitely has a trickle-down effect, not only in the farming communities, the farms it sells, but also the businesses that sell the products that are gathered at those farms. And I'm curious, President Trump made the announcement that he was directing ICE to curb operations at farms. Has that at all inspired any kind of confidence or security in the migrant workers you spoke to?
Not at all. In fact, in some ways, people are even more nervous. People knew that farms and hotels and restaurants were the targets, and they were very cautious about their movements. But now that that has largely been de-emphasized, basically any other gathering spots are areas of concern for people. And again, like the shopping area, the economic impact of this may be severe over the course of the next few weeks and months ahead.
Adam Yamaguchi live for us in downtown LA. Thanks so much, Adam.